Are you someone that experiences a lot of fear in the body? Maybe you have anxiety and think a lot about scary scenarios that can happen to you. Maybe you're driving and you think about somebody, crashing into you, or you're out walking the streets and you think about a man attacking you. Then I have a very powerful practice for you. So this practice, before I get into it, some disclaimers. This is not for just anybody on the healing journey. This is for people who have done a lot of the work and really hold themselves in intense spaces. So if this practice is intriguing for you, practice discernment if you can hold yourself. And if you know that you can't, get a guide, get a coach, okay? You don't have to do this stuff alone. You don't have to make things harder for yourself. So what you're going to do is get yourself in a deep meditative state. I love to use breath work, like holotropic breath work, for example, and to get myself in the deeper layers in my somatic body. And then from there, I begin to invite in scenarios that are really scary for me. Okay, so a very small example is imagining a wasp landing on my body. So after the breath work, I'm in a very open space. I'm in a very sensitive space. And so if I imagine the wasp landing on my body, I really allow myself to feel it happening, okay? You gotta feel the experience. And when I feel the wasp land on me in my imagination, I then take deep breaths and allow my nervous system to regulate with it there. And then I say things like, you are not a threat. You can't hurt me. On the deepest of layers, there's no harm here, okay? So that is one thing. I like to even take it to deeper and edgier layers of, I begin to envision that a man breaks into my house and pins me against the wall. I know that sounds really kinky, but, and brings a knife, okay? And wants to kill me or rape me or something like this. So I take deep breaths and I regulate myself as I feel the experience. And I feel this is not a threat. I'm actually okay. I'm actually safe in my body. And I tell this being, you are not a threat to me. You cannot hurt me. And it's from a very deeply sovereign, empowered place. I'm not escaping my body. I'm not numbing myself out. I'm not saying, you can't hurt me, from a very forceful place. It's actually from a very calm, like, this doesn't affect me. This doesn't take my power. I'm not giving my power away to this. Which takes time to really calm and ease into that. And I say to this being, you are not a threat. And this being might say things that challenge me on my belief. And it might say, well, I can stab this knife into you. How is that not going to harm you? I can literally kill you. How is that not going to harm you? And I take breaths and I tap into my deepest truth. I tap into my sovereign self. And I find my beliefs that I hold around this. My deepest beliefs, okay? And I feel, well, in my belief, I will transcend to a different dimension where I will create a reality where you can't kill me. So it's not possible. Or, cool, if you kill my body, you can't kill my soul. You can't kill my spirit. That's literally not possible in my belief system. So you can't hurt me. You're not a threat. I'm actually safe. So play with what is in your truth, what works for you. I'm just giving you my own experience, my own beliefs that work for me. And it's been deeply transformative. And I noticed that now in moments where there has been a wasp flying around me, I notice that in my deep body, there is actually a difference because I'm going in the deepest layers in the somatic body and I'm actually birthing calm and ease in that space. So beginning to look at life, not through those fear eyes where I constantly have to freak out and tense at every little noise. That used to be my body. And yes, deep shamanic practices over the years have really helped transform this. But still, a simple practice like this and doing it consistently can be so effective and transformative on the deep somatic body to where you hear that noise or that wasp is there. And it doesn't impact you as much. So if you feel like you can hold yourself in this space, go try it out. See how a simple practice like this can be deeply transformative for you. And if you notice you can't hold yourself in the space, again, I remind you, get a coach. Don't re-traumatize yourself, okay? Get guidance. Much love.